Hello Sagittarius. Great to have you here. My name is Shauna. Today's reading is a general love forecast for November 2025. As always, take the messages that resonate and release anything that doesn't. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay connected with upcoming readings. Let's see what's headed your way, Sagittarius. Before I go into your reading, I just want to apologize for the delay with your reading. I was very late and I was slammed with a lot of stuff and I wasn't feeling well. So I apologize. Moving forward, I think I'm going to start doing the weekly 6 signs on Saturday and then the other 6 signs on Wednesday. That way, just to break up the readings and it's not too overwhelming for me to do them all on the weekends. Those are the only days I have off. Either way, I apologize for the delay, and let's get into your reading. The theme for the next 7 days is to control your urges and to control your temptation, okay? This can be in the relationship front. This can also be in the financial front. This can also be with food, with whatever you put in your body, okay? Smoking, drinking, partaking in, whatever your vices are. So a lot of it is about self-control, and a lot of it is about not succumbing, not overdoing things, doing things in moderation. But I also see this element about temptation. Keeping yourself disciplined, keeping your long-term goals in mind so that you're not squandering your energy with like little short-term things that don't really go anywhere. Does that make sense? So that's what I'm feeling here. You are very, very focused this week, the next 7 days at least, to get a lot of things done. You're very focused to be very disciplined, so don't get sidetracked. I see for some of you the need to really, think about your spending habits. I see some of you are just like, I really want to save up, and I want to save up just because I want to save up, not because you're planning to, save up for like anything big, like buying a car, planning a wedding, buying a house. I feel like you just want to save up because you feel like you're at a point where you're like, let me try this adult thing. Let me try to be an adult and just to save up. And then, as soon as you say that, and you start putting money into your savings account, you're like walking around and you're like, hey, I want those shoes, I want that handbag, or things that you never would consider, like, oh, I want that new car, or I see like just because the money is piling up in your bank, you feel the urge to spend it, and you are feeling the urge to spend it on things that you normally would not spend it on. It's just because the money is there. And so you want to be a little bit careful. I see some of you as well weighing out, and I have here the 2 of coins. This is weighing out, okay? Weighing out the pros and the cons of something. I see some of you starting like a new job, for example, or planning to start a new job. And you're like, I need to look a certain way because the environment requires it. So you could be working in a very professional environment, and you have to, dress a certain way, look a certain way. And I feel like you're looking at the price tag on some of the suits or some of the dresses or some of the office wear, whatever it is. And you're like, it's so expensive, so why don't I get a cheaper version? Well, it's expensive because it's durable and it's going to last a long time. So if you feel like it's a good investment, definitely splurge on that item because you need to, right? Like you need it because it's durable. So you could be, for example, buying a $300 suit and it'll last you a lifetime versus buying, I don't know how much suits go for men these days, versus buying like a $50 suit and the wear and tear will start showing within a year. So think about these long-term, think about like the practical reasoning behind something, seeing the value in something as well. We have here the King of Pentacles. This is the person that has to have the best, okay? This is also the person that sees the proper value in something, and this is also the person that thinks about things long term. So I feel like if you have long-term goals to save up, don't get sidetracked. if you are, if you feel like you're in need of buying something, buy it and make sure, do your research to make sure that you're paying for the proper value. You're paying for something that will be durable, that will last a long time, rather than, you know, short-term planning when it comes to your money. Okay, so it's really, really important that we kind of get our head around how to control the money that we make and how to retain it and how to spend it. Okay, so financial savviness, I feel like, is coming through for this next upcoming week. I feel like there is a love relationship here. I have the Judgment card. This is communication, connection, and there's a big heart there. You have a person in your midst that feels the same way you feel about them. If you like them, they really like you. There's communication, lots of communication. But for whatever reason, some of you could be dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Some of you could be dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. This is the air sign here. There's a water sign that's communicating with you. Okay, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. There has been a lot of arguments and things like that in the past. You guys just don't see eye to eye. And you're fire, they're water. And I feel like it's just, you know, fundamentally elemental. You just don't really see eye to eye on a lot of things. I feel like this person wants the fighting to stop. This is the week where I feel like the fighting will stop. There will be a outpouring of love and emotions coming from this person. I feel like this person wants to build a relationship with you. They want to have children. They want to have a family with you. And this is somebody who's very nurturing, very loving, very compromising. They don't want to fight anymore. And I feel as if they're waiting for you to reach out to them. Okay, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I feel like you don't know what to do with this person. We have here the Eight of Swords, which is being stuck, not making a decision, feeling very bound. The emotional connection, the emotional demands from this person might be a little bit too much. So even though you like them and you know that they really care about you, I just feel like you're not ready for that commitment. If you're not, please be honest. And I feel like they're waiting on you. So communicate with them your intentions so that they don't wait and waste their time. Okay? This is a really good week where you're going to have breakthroughs in communication when it comes to the love front. I have here the Page of Cups. Messages, lots of mail, okay, snail mail, text messages, emails, lots of invitations. And I also feel as well heavy communication between you and another person. And I feel like it's not just, you know, in the, what is that? It's not just in the realm of the internet, okay? It's not just in the realm of, it's not just in the electronic realm. It's actually in the physical realm. We have here the Page of Wands, which denotes to me like opportunities to actually go and meet up with another person, have a really good time with them, have even like some type of a breakthrough with them. I see people like dating and, you know, actually taking the relationships to the next level. I also feel like, you know, having a physical connection with another person, getting intimate with another person. And I also feel like opportunities for sort of to get to know somebody. Okay. I see some of you are like really shying away from heavy emotional connections. And I feel like it's a Sagittarius thing, you know, it's a fight or flight type of a response. You guys tend to get claustrophobic really fast and very easily. And you don't want heavy emotional demands on from a relationship partner. It can feel really draining and it can scare you. And so I feel like that's what's happening. You might be sexually attracted to somebody, but you might not want a relationship with them. So you might sleep with them, and then the next day you're gone, and they're waiting for you. And I feel like they're hurting. So if that sounds familiar, just let them know how you feel. Let them know that, I'm not really looking for a relationship. Just be honest about it, because I feel like honesty would go a long way with this person so that they're not wasting their time waiting. And that's not for all of you. There are Sagittarius out there, or Sagittarians out there, that do want commitments. And for those of you that do, I feel like you want it with another person. I have here an air sign, and I have here the 10 of coins, wanting to build, wanting a relationship, wanting something. And I also feel like you might you might be really attracted to the thrill of the chase, wanting somebody who's not available as well. So there's a tendency to forsake somebody who really wants you and chase after somebody who's not available. I know it sounds foolish when you put it into words, right? But I that's what I'm seeing here. And so you might really need to kind of prioritize. And you might really need to hear that message and to look at your situation for what it truly is. You're forsaking somebody who really wants to be with you, and you're chasing after somebody, or longing for, or pining for, or fantasizing about somebody who's not available. Either way, no judgment. It might just be a message that you need to hear. So I have an air sign here, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And this is somebody that I feel is very intelligent. They might have animals, they might have children, they might have pets, dogs, cats, lizards, whatever it is. And I feel like, let me see. I see them as a temptation. I see you really happy when you're around them. Very, very happy when you're around them. I see them kind of igniting this childlike energy within you. You guys are very childlike, not childish, childlike. You like fun and excitement. You don't want heavy emotional energies. And so this person is fun, exciting, but I feel like they kind of blow hot and cold. They can be very harsh with their words. They might not be entirely honest. And they are also looking for a good time. If that's something that you want, and they're single and you're single, definitely go for it. In terms of building a long-term future, it's going to take a really long time, because I feel like you both are afraid of commitment. You both are afraid of feeling things very deeply, and you both are, honestly, you both are working on yourselves, building up wealth, working on your professional development, and you both are so independent that you come first before the relationship. Does that make sense? So you might say that, oh, I'm really tempted by this person. I really want them. I want to build a future with them. But I feel like when it comes down to what exactly does building a future mean, I feel like you both are not really ready for that. And so if you want to have fun, that's fine. I just feel like it's going to take a lot of concerted effort from both parties to, forgive me for saying, but to be less selfish and to see each other as a relationship partner that you can build with, okay? So I do see this hesitation from both sides about not wanting a heavy emotional connection, just wanting the fun and the excitement and the flirtation and even just the fling. But building a relationship, I feel like it's a little bit harder, because you both are very focused on yourself, on building your foundation, on your career, on your wealth. And it's sort of like, if you're both in this city, right, then everything can work. But as soon as work takes you elsewhere, you're going to move where the work is. So that for you is, it goes without saying. So even though you want this relationship, the things that you're willing to do to develop other areas of your life trumps the relationship. And so I don't feel like, you feel like you might be ready for the relationship, but in terms of putting in the necessary work to build that relationship, given all the opportunities that are around you for career advancement and growth, you're not ready. Okay? I'm not seeing financial worries, but I do feel you need to be careful about emotional spending. You know, having a bad day at work and then going out splurging. I see as well overindulging, and you know, in too much sugar is what I'm seeing. So foods with a lot of sugar, drinks with a lot of sugar, cakes and pastries, and you know, like getting that sugar high, mainly because you're stressed out. So binging on unhealthy things, and a little bit of weight gain. Okay, he's very round. So just be careful about that. Make sure you get, you know, your physical activity in. Make sure you get your steps in every day. I'm also feeling as well for the next 2 months, there will be so many opportunities for travel. Some of you are traveling for work. I see speaking engagement. I see you on stage sharing your ideas. I see some of you as well thinking about traveling to see family members, and you're kind of dreading it. Um, yeah, I see you kind of dreading it, but you feel like, oh, it's something that I have to do. I see like a family, well, I see like there are a lot of little ones in your family. So like maybe new family members, like new babies, could be, you know, nieces and nephew, grandchildren being added into the family. And so you really want to see them. You really want to see the babies. You want to see the kids. But you might not want to deal with the adult relatives where, you know, there has been too much said or too much bad blood. But either way, I feel like you're going to suck it up and you're going to travel and you're going to, you know, see family members. I see there is a gathering, an invitation for a gathering in a very exotic location, possibly needing to rent a hotel. I see like a Airbnb, a big house, or like a really extravagant house where people pool their resources together in order to rent it for the weekend or for the week or for the month. And there's something happening there. So like a big gala, a big event, and you're sharing space with a group of people. You're not too thrilled about doing that because, you know, Sagittarius, you love to have your space. But I feel like it's going to be a really good gathering. So if you are free, if you are thinking about it, you definitely should go. I see you kind of oscillating, one foot out the door. I don't know if I want to be around that many people. I don't know if that's something I want to do, but I feel like it would be a really fruitful experience for you, and it will be really good. I'm getting this image of somebody performing on a play theater, and I feel like you have to dress up, and it takes a really long time for you to, you know, get your makeup done, get your costume done, or getting your outfit made. And I feel like you feel like a lot of time is wasted, and you're like, I'm not getting paid while I'm sitting here waiting for them to do hair and makeup and to dress me up. And I'm sensing as well, you know, have if you have like smartphones, definitely listen to music, read the news, do some meditation to kill that time. Listen